Trump administration has fired Donald Trump's personal assistant after there were reports indicating that she had an off-the-record talk with some reporters, and in the middle of that conversation, she shared some Trump family secrets that she shouldn't have been sharing. Now, I was like poring all over the internet trying to figure out what it was that she said. And I finally found out, so I'm gonna give you those details. First though, here's how it went down. Madeleine Westerhout is her name. And Westerhout's abrupt and unexpected departure came after Trump learned that she had indiscreetly shared details about his family and the Oval Office operations she was part of at a recent off-the-record dinner with reporters staying at hotels near Bedminster, New Jersey during the president's working vacation. Now, apparently, according to Politico, she was bragging to reporters that she had a better relationship with Trump than his own daughters, Ivanka and Tiffany Trump, and that the president did not like being in pictures with Tiffany because he perceived her as overweight.
Wow, God, what a terrible person. He's the worst person on the planet.
Oof.
Oh my God, to do that to your own daughter, Jesus Christ, man.
Okay.
You know what's ironic? Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
That Alec Baldwin is the person who plays him on SNL, and he also accused his daughter of being overweight in that
voicemail, right?
Oh,
remember that?
Oh yeah, Miss Piggy or something like that. Yeah.
I'm like, what's up with that?
Okay, so the press got a chance to ask Trump about this, right? Because these are the allegations, and Trump said, no, I don't think that about Tiffany at all. She studies very hard. I love Tiffany. That's it.
You know what? I
did not address the weight thing, which
I'm surprised he didn't say that was Obama talking about his daughters, not me. I do personally, because I believe in evolution and growth. And I did an event with the Young Turks in Miami some years ago, and I made a joke calling Tiffany the ugly daughter. And I want to be on record apologizing to her because I thought that was in poor taste. I saw it the other day, and I don't like doing that to other people. I was being a comedian, but I thought, now that I heard this, I was like, it just made me feel dirty.
There's more. You guys want to hear more?
Hold on. Before we get to more, okay, along those lines, I don't want people to get me wrong. I think I get Trump firing her. You can't spill the tea when you're the personal assistant. That's crazy. Okay, so it's a rare firing that I agree with, and I don't know why this is in the press if it was off the record.
Well, she was apparently telling the reporters indiscreetly. So it might have been off the record with these reporters, but they were in a restaurant and other people might have overheard what she was saying.
Seems like an excuse to me. I don't know exactly how it went down.
The reporters didn't report it. You know, like Politico reported it. Okay, so let me give you more details before you jump in. So Westerhout, is it Holt, whatever, it doesn't matter. Also jokingly told the journalist that Trump couldn't pick Tiffany out of a crowd, and that's according to one of the people who spoke to Politico on condition of anonymity. She had a couple of drinks, and in an uncharacteristically unguarded moment, she opened up to the reporters, the person said. So she's in the middle of a restaurant talking to these reporters off the record, and she's drinking. I just have a feeling she was just speaking loudly and someone overheard, and that's how the story got out.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so look, I think that it's a little ugly that it's out. I get Trump firing her, but when it goes to the substance, does anyone doubt it? No, and that's why Trump fired her, because no one doubts it's definitely true, right? I mean, I can't say for sure that it's definite, but it certainly appears true based on what we know. So now,
can I give you one other tiny piece of information?
Sure.
On the night that Donald Trump won the election, she cried. And they hired her anyway. So Trump was skeptical about her. I'm actually shocked because he's so obsessed with loyalty and he's so obsessed with being around a bunch of yes men that I'm surprised that he hired her. They hired her anyway, and she actually got promoted. She was with him on day one of his administration. I just think it's fascinating that he was able to kind of push aside the fact that she hated him and cried on election day and hired her anyway, so.
Yeah, and look, there's been a million leaks from the Trump administration. We don't know which ones were who, et cetera. But I thought the same thing, Anna, and I thought, so I came to an interesting conclusion. So she supported Mitt Romney. She cried the night that Trump won. A lot of people are pointing out, so did Melania Trump, right? Like they were all kind of devastated, right? But that tells me that he has no one. He's burned everyone he's ever been with. So he didn't have someone loyal enough to him to be his personal assistant. And that's kind of amazing. If I'm going to be president, I would bring someone I trust the most to be my personal assistant. For him to pick a random somebody from the Republican National Committee that used to work for Romney and who didn't even like him or support him as his personal assistant means you got nobody, man. You burned everyone you know, and you can't find one person that you can deeply trust. And that's telling of Donald Trump.
Well, I mean, you're making the assumption that he's operating from some level of intellect and would even have the level of respect for someone who's an assistant. Like, and so someone who's such an elitist and an ignorant elitist who really doesn't know what he's doing and doesn't know how the government works, probably thinks that the assistant is the person that goes to fetch his McDonald's.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't realize that the level of importance of that person, because that person's so close to the vest, but you're talking about somebody who has no understanding of governmental structure. He has no level, he doesn't understand boundaries. He doesn't have any sense of decorum. Like, he just lacks the basic information that makes somebody presidential. I mean, not on the United States government level, just to be the president of a shoe company. Like, he doesn't have those basic skills. So to him, an assistant is probably just some cute girl that walks around with him going to get his thing and taking notes. He doesn't realize that that person has access to that level of information.
Right.
Yeah, and so to be fair, he did run 6 companies. Oh, right, they all went bankrupt. So that's right, he couldn't be the president of those either. And she sits right outside the Oval Office. It's very, and partly controls who goes in the Oval Office and what calls the president takes. So it's actually a very important position. And as usual, this dunderhead didn't get it. But I do want to leave you with a final theory though. It's also possible that Tiffany didn't want to take pictures with Donald Trump because he's overweight.
Yeah, it is kind of amazing how he lacks any and all self-awareness.
Yeah,
Like,
seriously, guys, seriously. I mean, if the story's true, which it almost certainly is, he's like, my own daughter, I don't want to take pictures of her because she's overweight. Not looking at his own body. I mean, it's like me worrying about how other people are overweight. How could you not look at a mirror?
But you know what pisses me off? All those white women who support Trump, the ones that had that march not too long ago, they all fit the description of the women that he snarls at and that are repugnant to him, and they all support him. But he's a sexist, and he's been a sexist from the beginning. So I don't understand why any of this stuff shocks him. Even with his own kids, he's so superficial. Look how he talks about Ivanka. He objectifies his daughters. That's no surprise to me that he talks like that, because that's who he's always been, and that's who these people are marching for.
yeah.
If you can't even love your own kids, man. You got more issues than we could deal with. Narcissist, lacks all empathy, and if he doesn't care about his own kids, you think he's gonna care about any of us? No chance.
The TYT Plus app is now available on iOS and Android. Download to get more TYT content at tyt.com/app.